What is stopping the National Commission of Women from taking suo motu cognizance of sexual assault charges leveled by our top women wrestlers? Good evening, viewers. I'm Preeti Choudhry, and in this show today, let's take the focus away from all the politics, away from all the well-entrenched camps that there are in the World Wrestling in India's Wrestling Federation, away from all of the charges, but let's look at purely what 7 wrestlers in India, 7 women wrestlers are alleging, making the gravest charges of sexual assault of one individual. One of the 7 women is a minor. She's 16-year-old. The question that we're asking on To The Point this evening, where is the National Commission for Women? Why no suo motu cognizance of the fact that 7 Indian women wrestlers have complained that they were sexually assaulted? One of them is a minor. Isn't it what the National Commission of Women is supposed to do? What is the mandate of the National Commission of Women? When can it take suo motu cognizance? Let's give you out those graphics right now, where we're going to tell you in detail how the NCW can take suo motu cognizance relating to various complaints that come. Deprivation of women's right if they seem that there's something going on. Let's not talk about, viewers, in this case, whether these charges have any credence or the fact open to investigation, what comes of it. But at the face of it, these are very, very grave charges. Should not the topmost women's panel in the country step up? Should not Rekha Sharma, the NCW chief, step up and take suo motu cognizance, notice, saying that our Olympian women have been sexually assaulted and lodge an investigation on their own account? Should not the NCW come up, back our women athletes, step up for our women athletes? If not, then should not the NCW chief step down? Because then what are you for? This is your job. You're mandated to protect the right of women. Forget about even that they are athletes, they are wrestlers, they are Olympians. These are 7 women who've come together. One of them is a minor, and they have alleged grave sexual assault charges against one man. Isn't it the job of the NCW to at least take suo motu cognizance? Because they've taken it before, and we're going to play those graphics out for our viewers. Multiple occasions, the NCW has stepped in, taking suo motu cognizance of various events. We're going to play those graphics out right now for our viewers on the occasions on which the NCW has taken suo motu cognizance. February 2023, remarks made by BRS MLC on the Telangana governor. The NCW stood up, taking suo motu cognizance. February 2023 again, Villupuram Ashram sexual harassment case. The NCW did take action, suo motu action. November 2022, remarks made by TMC leader on president. The NCW stepped in. October 2022, Aam Aadmi Party's Gopal Italia summoned for abusive remarks on Prime Minister Modi, and where he talked about Prime Minister Modi's mother. The NCW had stepped in then. The very latest, exactly 1 week ago, on B.V. Srinivas, one woman in the Congress alleged that she was harassed by B.V. Srinivas, the youth head of the Congress. NCW has stepped in, taking suo motu cognizance there. So what stops the NCW to step in this time around? Are our women wrestlers, Olympians, not worth it? Isn't it their job? Let's cut across to our reporters. Amit Bhardwaj from Jantar Mantar joins us. Aishwarya Paliwal as well. Aishwarya, you track the NCW, the National Commission for Women. Any indication coming in? What is stopping the NCW chief, Rekha Bhardwaj, what is stopping the NCW to step in at the face of it, take suo motu cognizance and lodge an investigation on their account?
Well, Preeti, let me tell you one thing is very clear. The NCW is in fact in touch with all the wrestlers. But in this particular case, what the NCW is asking for the wrestlers is to submit a written complaint. In fact, let me tell you, over the past 48 hours, there have been some phone calls which have been made. The wrestlers on their part have been asking the NCW team to come to Jantar Mantar like so many other people are coming, and to speak with them, because wrestlers are saying that is where they will file the written complaint that the NCW wants. But Preeti, at the moment, the question that you're asking is right. No suo motu case has been taken.
Aishwarya, let's go back in history. How many times the NCW has sent their own teams to investigate a matter on their own volition, taking suo motu cognizance of an incident. They've done it multiple times.
They have, Preeti. In fact, they have sent their teams, and not just that, they have also been sending orders to so many police stations across the country. They have been saying that this is something that needs to be looked into. But this is not the first time that the NCW is not taking action. This is what the wrestlers, in fact, are saying. They are saying in January, almost 3 months back, when they were sitting on the dharna, that time also they were hoping that they will get some support from the NCW. They did not get it. Now, when they are back at the same place at the Jantar Mantar, they are now hoping that some women, at least from the NCW team, will come and visit them.
So where are the members of the NCW, Aishwarya? I have made 5 calls to Rekha Sharma, the NCW chief. Quite sure she doesn't have my number, but I have sent her at least 6 messages on the phone to Rekha Sharma. On the other account, our guest team has gone ahead and constantly through the course of the morning tried to connect with Rekha Sharma, the NCW chief. Any word coming in? Not a single tweet by the NCW chief on the plight of our wrestlers. Whether there is meat in their allegation is secondary, open to investigation. But prima facie, this is a fit case for the NCW to step in and take cognizance.
It definitely, Preeti, is a fit case for the NCW because it's not 1, it's not 2. There are almost 10 women wrestlers. That is exactly what Vinesh Fogart also, Preeti, in an exclusive conversation with India Today told us. She very clearly said she too has felt many things, she has seen many things, and she knows exactly what's taking place.
Aishwarya, stay with me. I want to cut across to Amit Bhardwaj, who's joining us from Jantar Mantar. Sakshi Malik is with you, Amit. Amit, take us, will you ask Sakshi Malik, have all the 7 wrestlers approached NCW? Have they asked them to at least look at what's going on? Because clearly, the NCW, the body is blind. They don't want to take any suo motu cognizance of the biggest story in their face when it comes to women.
Right, Preeti. In fact, I'm at the Jantar Mantar protest site and Sakshi Malik is with me. I'll ask her direct questions. Sakshi, अब सवाल ये उठ रहे हैं कि नेशनल कमीशन ऑफ वुमेन पूरा एब्सेंट दिख रहा है इस वक्त, तो आप लोगों ने क्या रेखा शर्मा जो चेयरपर्सन है एनसीडब्ल्यू की, उनसे बातचीत की थी कल फ़ोन पे, और क्या मिलने के लिए आप लोगों को बुलाया गया या नहीं अभी तक?
नहीं, मिलने के लिए अभी तक नहीं बुलाया गया है।
आप लोगों की क्या बात हुई थी एनसीडब्ल्यू के साथ?
मेरी नहीं बात हुई थी, एक्चुअली विनेश की बात हुई थी
जी।
हाँ, तो वो कोऑर्डिनेट कर रही है उनके साथ।
आपने एक लिखित कंप्लेंट भी कल दी है। आमतौर पे हम देखते हैं कि इस तरह के मामलों में विमेन कमीशन बहुत एक्टिव दिखती है, तो आपको लगता है कि कमीशन ने अपना वो रोल प्ले किया है या फिर वहाँ से जो उम्मीद थी वो नहीं हुआ?
देखो, हेल्प सब कर रहे हैं और स्वाति मालीवाल मैम है वो पूरा हेल्प कर रहे हैं, और उन्होंने भी मतलब जो भी है वो लगाई है कि अभी तक एफआईआर क्यों नहीं हुई है, और मतलब बहुत बढ़ चढ़ के हेल्प आ रही है हमारे पास।
ये दिल्ली महिला आयोग की तरफ से आप बता रही हैं कि स्वाति मालीवाल ने नोटिस इशू किया है, लेकिन क्या राष्ट्रीय महिला आयोग की तरफ से इस तरह की कार्रवाई की उम्मीद थी जो अभी तक हुई नहीं है?
देखो, मैं बताया ना, उस विनेश से बात हुई थी उनकी और वो कोऑर्डिनेट कर रही है। एक्चुअली सारा दिन पूरा इतना बिजी में चला जाता है कि हमारी आपस में भी बातचीत नहीं हो पाती। तो अभी आपने पूछा तो मैं उससे पूछूंगी जाके अपडेट लेने।
आज रात भी आप लोग तमाम जो पहलवान हैं वो यहीं जंतर मंतर पे बने रहेंगे?
हाँ, हम आज की रात क्यों, आज हमारी तीसरी रात है और जब तक जो है न्याय नहीं मिल जाता हम यहीं स्टे करेंगे।
हम ये भी सुन रहे हैं कि कल आप लोग शायद तैयारी में हैं कि यहीं पे मैट बिछा के प्रैक्टिस किया जाएगा, वो कदम क्यों उठाना पड़ रहा है?
क्योंकि देखो, हमें 3-4 दिन हो गए हमने ट्रेनिंग नहीं की, और हमारा अगर एक भी टाइम ट्रेनिंग मिस हो जाता है ना तो यूँ लगता है जैसे हमारी तैयारी में कुछ कमी ना रह जाए। तो अभी एशियन गेम्स आने वाले हैं और क्वालिफिकेशन है इस साल में, और तो ट्रेनिंग तो एक टाइम तो ज़रूर करनी चाहिए। प्रोटेस्ट करें ठीक है, लेकिन अगर ट्रेनिंग का टाइम हमें मिल जाएगा तो हमारी परफॉर्मेंस पे भी इतना ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा।
आपसे 2 और मैं सवाल पूछना चाहूँगा। आज प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस
I'm going to cut across to our other guests. Will you be able to get us Vinesh, who's in touch with the NCW? She's right behind you. We spoke to her yesterday. She said she's been trying, not heard anything from the National Commission of Women. Clearly, when it comes to on their own volition, they're not taking any action. So can we get a word in from Vinesh? We're going to come right back to you. I want to cut across to Trisha Shetty and Brinda Dige. Meanwhile, Brinda Dige, usually what we've seen, and we're going to play that list of so moto cognizance that has been taken by the NCW on multiple cases. Strangely, most of the time when it comes down to a party which is of the opposition, and the opposition goes all out and says that NCW is biased. But when an NCW, the National Commission of Women, deters from standing up for our women wrestlers, whatever their charges might be, they need to be investigated. But at least go ahead and lodge a suo moto complaint.
You're absolutely right. NCW is supposed to be non-partisan, but we have seen that they have been pretty partial to opposition parties. NCW came into being because women find it difficult to come and make a complaint. They have to go through a lot of tedious, cumbersome, both social as well as mechanisms that do not listen to them. And in this particular case, if NCW has not come forward, the silence is so deafening, it just goes to say that that silence means they are supporting the perpetrator very, very clearly. They do not want to support the women for which the commission has been constituted. And that job, if they fail, what right do they have to continue to be sitting on NCW board at all? Let them step down. Let somebody else who's brave enough, courageous enough to support the women taking suo moto action. Because this person, the Wrestling Federation chair or chief, whatever he is, he's a very powerful fellow. Even the 7-10 of these women are not able to file an FIR, so one can understand the kind of political clout that he has, and the police are scared. So the NCW is the only channel that can take suo moto action and then proceed further. The fact that it is not doing, they are not only letting the wrestlers down, they are letting all the women in India down. Our confidence is eroded.
Trisha Shetty, I want to get you in. With what happened in court today, the sheer fact that these women have tried desperately to even lodge an FIR. One of them is a minor. She's 16-year-old. The committee report is constantly being referred to where sources are insisting, because the committee report is not out in the open. The Delhi police says we are looking at the committee report even before filing an FIR. In this scenario, there needs to be some support system. And usually, traditionally, one would have hoped that the country's top women body would have come to provide that.
You are exactly right. We do have an established support system, which is the law, right? So it is extremely troubling that when we claim to be living in the motherland of democracy, our top elite level wrestlers have to move to the highest judicial body, which is the Supreme Court, simply to demand for the registration of an FIR. Failure to register an FIR when a public servant, a police officer, is made cognizant of criminal offences, which sexual harassment very much falls within the purview of, falls under Section 154 of the CRPC. Failure to register an FIR is a direct violation of the law. Again, Section 166A of the IPC lists the punishment for a public servant who refuses to file an FIR. So here the law that is supposed to protect women has failed them. Here again, when you talk about a minor, this should have directly been slapped a case under the POCSO. POCSO, the burden of proof is on the accused. Again, who is the accused here, right? This is an accused with clear links to the largest political party that we have in power right now, which obviously makes a difference, is also a standing member of parliament, and politically has an established criminal record lodged, filed against him. And why am I mentioning this? Because when you file a police complaint against someone, the police officers look, does the accused have a history of criminal behavior? And we must elucidate what is the criminal behavior this person has been accused of. Attempt to murder, dacoity, critically, disappearance of criminal evidence. This is one of the charges filed against this accused, right? Under all these, with all these facts on record, we see a complete abomination of responsibility of law and order, where even a minor's right is not being protected. And again, this person, Mr. Brij Bhushan, has also on video slapped an athlete in 2021. So we've seen also an established record of how a person who's supposed to be in charge of protecting
Trisha, I'm going to
wrestlers.
come right back to you. You know, the reason I'm just, coming and interrupting is I want to cut across back to Vinesh Fogart. She's been in touch with the NCW because you're right. At a level, the entire system, which they say they have no faith in, and it shows that why they have no faith in, because they can't even register an FIR when there's a minor involved in the incident, and they need to go to the top court of the country. You know, one would hope that the woman's body would be their support system, would come up, step up. You know, it's abysmal because I want to take you through Rekha Sharma, the NCW chief's timeline, even on Twitter, because that would possibly be her medium to communicate that she cares for these women wrestlers who feel they are being pushed into a corner by who they feel are powerful and they've alleged sexual abuse. Her timeline of Twitter is bizarre. You know, one just needs to look at it. But away from all of that, I want to go back to now Jantar Mantar. Amit Bhardwaj is with me. He has Vinesh with him. Amit, will you ask Vinesh, what is a conversation with NCW? Why is it that NCW has not come in and stepped in, at least taken any action till now?
All right, Preeti. Sakshi Malik told us that it is Vinesh Fogart who has been speaking to the National Commission for Women. Vinesh, आपकी साक्षी मलिक ने हमें बताया कि आप लगातार नेशनल कमीशन विमेन से बातचीत कर रही थी इस मसले को लेके, तो वहाँ से क्या बातचीत हुई और क्या कुछ एश्योरेंस मिला था आपको, ये बताएं।
देखिए, परसों रेखा मैम से मेरी बात हुई थी, तो उन्होंने एश्योरेंस दिया था कि मैं बात करती हूँ दिल्ली पुलिस से कि क्या इस मामले में चल रहा है। और उसके बाद हमने एक ईमेल भी डाला है उनको, और एक्चुअल में आज भी हमने एक ईमेल डाला है। तो उनको ये ईमेल डाला था कि प्लीज़ उनसे पूछे कि वो एफआईआर क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं हमारी, लेकिन उन पर उन्होंने एक ईमेल का रिप्लाई तो किया है कि हाँ हम पूछ रहे हैं और आपको बताते हैं जैसे भी होगा। उन्होंने अपने संज्ञान में लिया तो है ये सब चीज़ें, लेकिन उसके बाद हमें नहीं पता क्या हुआ।
जवाब सिर्फ आया है, लेकिन कोई कॉन्क्रीट स्टेप अभी तक आप लोगों को होता हुआ नहीं?
हाँ जी, ईमेल का रिप्लाई तो आया है, बट कोई ऐसा स्टेप तो अगर हो जाएगा तो एफआईआर ही हो जाएगी। और दूसरा, आज मैंने एक और ईमेल डलवाया है कि लड़कियों की आइडेंटिटी जो है वो लीक कर दी गई है पुलिस की साइड से, और उनको धमकी कॉल्स आ रहे हैं और पैसे देने के उसके ऊपर भी तोड़ने की कोशिश की जा रही है कि साम दाम दंड भेद करके कैसे भी लड़कियों को दबाया जाए, तो वो कोशिश हो रही है। तो उसके लिए भी हमने उनको डाला है कि ऐसे
एक बड़ा आरोप लगा रही हैं कि आइडेंटिटी रिवील की गई है, ये क्या, किस पे शक है, कहाँ से लीक हुआ ये?
देखिए, या तो हमारी साइड से या पुलिस की साइड से है, तो हम तो अपनी आइडेंटिटी लीक थोड़ी करेंगे लड़कियों की। पुलिस की साइड से लीक हुआ है, और तो थर्ड पर्सन को किसी को पता ही नहीं है कहाँ से क्या हुआ है। और ब्रज भूषण को पता है एक्चुअल में, तो उसके लोग लगे हुए हैं तोड़ने को, और हमारे पास विद प्रूफ है। लड़कियों के पासपोर्ट है या आधार कार्ड की फ़ोटो है, वो शेयर करके कि इसको लड़की को ढूंढो कहाँ से है, क्या कौन सी फैमिली से है, किधर रहती है, तो इसको पूरा उसको निकालने की कोशिश की जा रही है। सो वो भी हमने एक ईमेल किया है, लेकिन उसका भी वही कि संज्ञान में ले लिया है मामला, ऐसे करके उनका रिप्लाई तो आया है। बट
क्या ऑडियो क्लिप्स वगैरह भी हैं इस तरह की धमकी भरे कॉल्स के जिसका जिक्र आप कर रही हैं?
नहीं, ऑडियो कॉल्स नहीं है, लेकिन वही फ़ोन करके दूसरे लोगों को कि देखो इसको वो करो, और मैसेज में कि कैसे भी तरीके से इनको मैनेज करो। तो मैनेज करने का मतलब क्या होता है, किस तरीके से मैनेज करना चाहते हैं?
अवनीश, एक और सवाल ये उठ रहा है कि दिल्ली कमीशन वुमेन ने नोटिस इशू किया, लेकिन एनसीडब्ल्यू की तरफ से उस तरह की कोई कार्रवाई अभी तक नहीं हुई है जिसकी उम्मीद आप लोगों को है?
देखिए, बिल्कुल हमने उनको इन्फॉर्म तो कर दिया था, लेकिन वो अगर लेट हैं तो दिल्ली पुलिस अगर लेट है तो वो भी लेट हैं, तो हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट
तो सभी लेट हैं। Appreciate you joining us, Amit. I'm sorry I'm coming in. I'm running out of time. I want to take two quick comments each. Brinda Adige and Trisha Shetty. Brinda Adige, bizarre. 2 emails have gone to the NCW by these women wrestlers, where one, they want support. They want the NCW to step in, at least coerce the police to file an FIR. Number 2, another email which has been sent to the NCW to say that why is the identity getting leaked of these 7 women? One of them is a minor.
The fact that an email has already gone to the NCW cannot say, I will find out why the police is not registering. That is not the job of the NCW. They have to direct the police to register the FIR. Secondly, the names that have been leaked, and like the lady pointed out over there, it must be a NCW or the police. And so, if they have done it, if the police has done it, the NCW again must take cognizance of it and ask the senior officers to register a case on the people at the police station, any of the policemen or women who have taken that complaint. So if the NCW has done none of this, it does not want to handle the case because probably people very closely aligned to the ruling party do not want to be
Right.
disturbed. And
Trisha
NCW
Shetty, I
does
wanna-
not want
right.
to dirty its hands.
Trisha Shetty, I
They are
want to bring
scared.
you in because here the NCW chief, Rekha Sharma, is responsible for what has gone down. These women are saying 2 emails have gone. One, asking the NCW to direct the Delhi police to file an FIR. Number 2, urging the NCW to step in because identities of these women are being leaked.
Oh, it's a complete, what these athletes are being subject to repeatedly has been a complete abject violation of their rights that are guaranteed to them under the constitution, right? On a multiple level, by refusal to file their FIR, by leaking the identity of survivors, not taking into account the safety and protection of a minor, where the POCSO is a very strong, robust act. Here we must also go back to what Sakshi Malik, the athlete, said. Look, we just want to practice, right? Even one day lost for us
Right.
has great consequences. All these athletes want to do is play for India at the highest levels in a safe, dignified environment. And instead, what we're seeing is the failure of NCW, failure of Delhi police, failure of the Minister of Youth Affairs, Mr. Anurag Thakur, failure of the BJP,
Right.
failure of the current ruling administration to protect our women and protect our athletes, all because
Right.
they would rather protect a man who's been accused of sexual harassment and has a criminal record
Right.
and history
You
that
know,
is very colorful.
I'm terribly out of time, but we are going to keep up with this story because the question now needs to be raised away from the politics of it all. Let's even give up on the Delhi police because the Delhi police is refusing to file an FIR. Let's just ask that one body that was formed to fill in the constitutional loopholes which were there to protect women. One body, when it was formed, the NCW, the National Commission of Women. Today, the National Commission of Women has told these women athletes and wrestlers that we will find out why the Delhi police is not filing an FIR. It's the same NCW which is trigger happy in taking suo cognizance on a multiple of issues. Is the NCW going to step up and have the back of our women Olympians? One of them is a minor, she's a 16-year-old child. If not, then the NCW and its chief, Rekha Sharma, needs to step down. A quick break to stay with us. On the other side, news and updates continue.